Welcome, Els. We are really happy to have you as a speaker at Growth Marketing Summit. It will be all about user research and, of course, also about how can I improve it. So maybe you start telling us a little bit about your background. Where do you come from? Why are you talking about that topic?
Well, first of all, I'm
Sorry,
very happy.
sorry, my wing. Yeah. No, go on. Sorry.
They look perfect. Your
Thanks.
wings look perfect. I'm very happy that you invited me, especially in a year where, as you say, it will be all about user research because, yeah, I'm all about user research.
Cool.
It's really the way I started in business
Mhm.
back in 2001. What we did was usability. Um, my business partner Carl Gillies and I, for a minute there, for one hot minute, we thought we had invented this. And then we realized, oh no, there are actually other people who are doing this, amongst whom Jacob
Who is
Nielsen and
that
Jared.
Jakob Nielsen guy?
Exactly. So, oh, there is this guy. And we very quickly realized that, yeah, if you want to do usability well, if you want to do user friendliness well,
Mhm.
you have to involve users because
Mm.
your knowledge only stretches so far.
Okay.
Um, and so we very quickly started doing user research and user testing. And it's basically, I fell in love with user research in 2001. And it's an ongoing love affair, I would say.
Okay, cool. So there's a big demand. I ask the question a lot of times to my clients. So how user centric are you, or how customer centric are you? And everybody's like, yeah, 4 out of 5, or even more. And then when you ask them, but so actually, how many people are in contact with users? So to start with that easy one, and then it's there must be a presentation somewhere on the server. That's yeah,
Yeah.
evil reality.
Yeah, and that is sadly the reality in a lot of companies. The talk is about user centricity and user friendliness, but when you say to them, when is the last time you have actually spoken to, or God forbid, seen a user? Yeah, that's far and few in between. And also, very often, the departments who do come into contact with users, like the call center, the customer service department, they are not considered very important. Um, or they're like the necessary evil. You know, these are the people who have to talk to the nasty customers.
Okay.
When really they are just, there's a wealth of information there. Spending time with your customer service department, spending time with users is always time well spent, no matter what your job is in the company, no matter how up you are.
So, but I hear you saying that you don't have to make new user research. You already have tons of resources that you could use.
Well, very often you already have a lot of information in your company. Absolutely. Like people, you know, they know that you have Google Analytics or Adobe Analytics. If you have a chat feature, you have chat logs. That is actual input. That is words from users that you can go through. That is research that has actually already been done for you. Well, so to speak, you have the raw data there. Now you can go research it. So everything that already comes in, all the communications that your customers have with you, is a great basis for research. Now, it can also basically trigger other questions, like something in analytics can trigger questions for you as a business. Something in chat logs can trigger questions for you as a business. And that is basically the start of digging deeper. Then you can see, oh, okay, how could we find this out? Should we do a survey here? Should we, put a survey up on our website? Ooh, or is this more something, a problem that we need to solve with user testing because it's more complicated? Is this something for our existing customer base? Is this a way to reduce churn? So, yeah, very often you already have a lot of data in your company that is not just the analytics data that you can use as a starting point.
I mean, that's always the struggle between qual and quant world, right? People telling you that I look at your analytics data and I tell you what's the problem with your website. What's your opinion on that, honestly?
Well, I think analytics can tell you a lot. and I don't like qualitative people who look down on quantitative people. I don't have the feeling there's very, very many of those. And I don't like quantitative people who look down on qualitative people, because the thing with quantitative research versus qualitative research is I always say both of them are very hard, but quantitative is the only one that looks hard. Because quantitative research, as soon as you say, I'm learning Python, I'm learning R, I'm doing things in Jupyter.
Machine learning. You
Excuse
do
me?
machine learning.
Machine learning, yeah.
Look, I can, today is Halloween. I have to explain my outfit. I can do that.
Yeah.
Machine learning. I can do it that way.
The perfect moment to do this. Also, AI.
Yeah.
Get the light on.
Oh, no, for AI, I have different wings, bigger wings for AI. Sorry.
They are perfect. They are perfect.
Yeah, it's good.
But
they don't fit on the screen. So.
Everybody watching this, André will go trick or treating after, and my estimate is he will get tons of candy. But
AI.
If you talk about that, people are impressed, because that sounds hard, and it is hard. If you say we're going to interview 5 or 10 users, people just go
easy.
Pick up the phone, you talk to people, yada yada yada. What's hard about that? Well,
do you think that's one of the reasons why real user testing is kind of commoditized in the last 10 years? So it's a $20 thing online, isn't it? That's that easy.
Yeah, but the thing is, that is user testing, and actually, I think that kind of user testing, the unmoderated user testing, it has a value, and it is completely different from moderated user testing.
But people don't know that. They're not aware.
Yeah, I do really try my best, André, to spread this message far and wide.
Okay.
You know this. To me, it's like comparing focus groups to in-person moderated user testing. They are not the same thing.
I have this focus group spider. I put it on my shoulder, so I can watch the rest of the conversation here.
Okay, so now if do you have something for personas as well? Because if you do, then I will be extremely impressed.
No, unfortunately, that's all my reservoir for today.
Okay. No, it's true. A lot of people don't realize that. They know the difference between analytics and user testing, but basically within user testing, there's a wide variety of methodologies that you can use to find out different things.
Wow. But as an agile product owner, I tell you that's not my fault. I have my schedule. I have burn down charts. I know today is Thursday, release day is Friday. So you tell me I need to do real user testing, invite people. Oh, come on, that's expensive, takes a long time. So I just go downstairs in the cafe and talk to 5 other people, and that's it. That's quick and fast. That's what happens in the real world. I see big companies rolling out new navigation, and I said, "Did you validate that?" And I said, "Yeah, we asked 5 customers. They said it's okay." And when they launch it, it's boom.
Yeah. That's so. I nearly I wish I had sort of like a dangling skeleton, because I would have pulled that out as soon as you said agile product manager.
Where's my dangling skeleton?
Yeah. I recently just said, I think if you have a product or a service that appeals to a very wide audience, then yes, you can go to the coffee shop and ask 5 people. If you sell cloud software, good luck with that.
Yes.
Good luck finding 5 people in the coffee shop who even know what cloud software is.
What are you selling? Yeah.
Exactly. So the people you have to do research with are people who actually give a shit about what you're trying to tell them or what you're trying to sell them. This is super important. If you could ask me about cloud software, I would not be the greatest person to ask, because in my company, I'm not the one who makes those decisions. So you need to talk to somebody else there. And again, this is what a lot of people think is a nuance. It is not a nuance. Asking the right people is paramount. Recruiting takes time. There is value in that. You wouldn't just look at any page in analytics. You wouldn't just rush through that. You would do that properly. You would make sure that you're measuring the right goals. So why would you not take trouble asking the right people?
That's another topic, but people are also not aware about how to measure the right goals.
This is true. This is true. This is true. Lots of things still go wrong, both in quantitative and in qualitative research. But
I don't want to blame. I'm known with when I talk, and I'm a lot of time blaming the management, because I tell them, you need to set the ground for making people understand and having the awareness that it's important to do things the right way and not always just efficient. I see so many agile organizations are focusing on agility, efficiency, getting things out, get shit done fast, burn down charts, as I said, the whole agile hula, and they completely forget what the real job is, right? To deliver a great product. And how can you do that? Yeah.
Exactly. And when I hear agile, I'm gonna get so much shit for this, but if you do it right, that's great. Very often it just means busy work. We have to do something.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is better to do nothing. Do nothing. Do nothing until you know exactly what you need.
No. We have a roadmap. We have a roadmap, Els. We can't do nothing.
Yeah.
It's the lost art of being busy. Oh no, damn, that's not lost.
Yeah.
I think that's what it's a symptom of big organizations. The bigger they are, the more they focus on efficiency. And agile is like, how is it called, where you put bacteria on to find out if they grow?
A petri dish.
Yeah, but it's like a sugar gel on it, so the bacteria grows fast.
Oh, okay.
Right? And the traditional big organization, together with agile, that's like one of these dishes, and bacteria.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's my opinion. But so there's a lot of room to make things wrong. But now we're talking to the few great people that understood the difference between good user research or user testing and great. So what are the symptoms? How do they realize that maybe things are going wrong?
Well, I would say, first of all, if you do research and everything you thought would happen is confirmed, that's a bit of a red flag for you right there.
Okay.
Because that might mean that you have actually imposed your bias on your test participants, or you have set up your survey or done your interviews or your user testing in such a way that basically you have slightly strong-armed people into telling you what you wanted to hear.
You like my wings, don't you?
Yeah.
That was a completely unbiased question, right?
Exactly.
No, you honestly like them. No kidding.
Yeah.
Now you're like them.
Yeah. And the thing is, when I say that, people think like, but really, big companies don't ask questions like that. Seriously, it's the big companies who absolutely do, and it's lots of companies who do. And the thing is, it's a very easy mistake to make if you are not very conscious of it. So number one, being conscious of your own bias is a very important one, and it is not a given.
So we're talking about confirmation bias here, right? So to all the listeners, Google confirmation bias and learn. Yes.
Yeah, very much so. It's something that also Michael Agard has spoken a lot about and has written about as well. It's a very dangerous thing.
Dangerous. Confirmation bias. Yeah. Good. Sorry.
I'm saying all the right words.
The problem is when this video is going on air in the blog post, Halloween will be over for weeks.
This
People
will be
sitting
excellent.
on Easter with their pina colada on the beach in Mexico and asking themselves, why does he have that stupid wings?
Oh, that's okay. I'll put on my sunglasses in a minute, and then it'll be like
Good.
sunny weather ready. So yeah, no, confirmation bias is a very dangerous thing. That's how you know you're doing well. If the results get back and it's what you thought all along, everything, then you're doing it wrong. The thing is, it's like if you don't know what you don't know you're doing it wrong. So you also need to educate yourself about research. We also, like you mentioned earlier, and a lot of people are not measuring the right things in analytics. But if you don't know what you should be measuring, you will never find out.
But that's why people should come to Growth Marketing Summit and learn.
What? That is an amazing idea, André. Did that just pop up into your head?
How much will it cost? I don't know.
No, it's true though. Yeah, this is a very important thing. You have to increase your knowledge about these things, and the knowledge about these methodologies ideally grow in every layer of your company. Now, I'm always super happy to talk about this, and I'm always super happy when our clients say, "Oh, Els, could you come and give this presentation for our management as well? Because they really need to hear this." And I'm like, "Yes, of course. This is it. Please,
most important
give me the floor there." Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree. So, maybe last question. So most of the people are not user researchers by themselves, right? The people that come to our conference. So I think it's even harder to tell other people, colleagues in your organization, oh, you don't know what you don't know. But I saw this really clever talk from Els, and you have to do this and that. I guess most user researchers will sit there and say, well, who? No, you're kidding me? No, I do my job correctly. So what's your tip so we can enable people for better user research that they don't do by themselves?
Yeah, this is always a very difficult one because it touches upon one of the core problems in growth marketing conversion optimization, which is the silos. You have silos in companies.
With egos, yeah.
And basically, working together is hard. Working together is hard. I think you have to always show respect for somebody else's expertise. And I think a good way is to just initiate a conversation. If you're not the user researcher in your company, maybe try and set up a meeting or have lunch with the person who is and say, like, I saw this talk. I thought it was really interesting. I'd like to talk more with you about it. And then maybe you can share your learnings from the conference. They can share their approaches, and
always
you'll get talking much better than to just say, I saw this, we should be doing that.
We should do it better.
Yeah.
That's difficult.
God, no. Yeah, no, that's not. Just have a conversation.
Important what you're saying. I think it's first of all important to have a real relationship to your stakeholders, and second, respect them. And third, you can always ask for their opinion. I saw this and that. What's your opinion about that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes.
Cool. That's a really helpful tip. Thank you very much, Els.
You're very, very welcome.